Time now for a look at what's new streaming this weekend. Our film critic Lauren Veneziani joining us this morning. Hey, Lauren, great to see you.
Hey Jen, good to see you too. Always good to talk about movies on a chilly and cold weekend, you know?
Yeah, for real. And you interviewed Hilary Swank, and I keep thinking about Away because that's her latest thing that she's in on Netflix.
Yes, so I interviewed Hilary Swank last year in 2020 for her Netflix show Away. I spoke with her again for this new movie Fatale, which is now available on VOD this weekend. The movie stars Hilary Swank, who plays a police detective, and of course Michael Ealy, who plays a successful married man who gets caught up in her schemes. That's about as far as I'll go, so I don't give too much away. A few weeks ago, I also spoke with Michael Ealy and had him on the show, and he sang his praises about Baltimore. But when I re-spoke with Hilary, and I also spoke with writer and director Deon Taylor with her, I wanted to ask her specifically about the training she needed to do to play this wild detective. Here's what Hilary Swank had to say. Hilary, I know you are the queen of training for your roles. I'm honestly curious if there was any particular, I know, and you probably have done some of this training before, but any of like the handgun training or fight choreography that you had to do. Did you have to do anything specific to play Val?
Yeah, you have to learn how to use those weapons. It was something I asked Dion and Roxanne early on, was like, I don't want to look, I'm a cop, so I know how to handle weapons and I want to look like I know what I'm doing. So they hired someone, and I got some lessons with weapons and an understanding of really how to utilize all of them correctly. Cause that's always weird, when you're watching something and it just takes you out of the movie and you're like, a cop wouldn't hold a gun like that.
No, you do like the best job ever. Michael even told me that he was intimidated during the first scene you guys shot. And that was just in the car with nothing.
Yeah, it's fun. It's like learning, doing physical stuff too. And Dion and I also talked about training and making sure that I looked physically like a cop, because there's so much validity to that as well. So yeah, I love the physicality of characters, and I love being physical, and I love working out. So it's a win-win.
Yes, so that was Hilary Swank, who stars in Fatale, which is on video on demand this weekend. I reviewed Fatale a few weeks ago in December when it came out in theaters. I gave it a 4 out of 5 stars. Definitely recommend checking out if you like this type of thriller genre film. Like, again, Hilary Swank plays like a Glenn Close Fatal Attraction type character. She's excellent in the role.
She seems so nice every time you talk to her.
She's amazing, yeah. So another thing totally different is Pieces of a Woman that is now on Netflix. Vanessa Kirby, who of course we know from The Crown and the Mission Impossible franchise, she stars as a woman who's suffering the aftermath of losing a baby. I actually spoke to Vanessa and legendary film icon Ellen Burstyn, who plays her mother in the film, about their first meeting prior to filming Pieces of a Woman. So here's what Vanessa Kirby and Ellen Burstyn had to say when I spoke with them. Obviously, we've seen a lot of different mother and daughter dynamics in a bunch of different stories. And I'm curious for the two of you, what your conversations were like prior to filming on how you were going to play Martha and Elizabeth. Because for me, I could really see the history between the two of them throughout the dialogue and your performances. But I'm just curious, starting with you, Vanessa, what were your conversations like with Ellen in regards to how you were going to play these two women?
Yeah, so we started off getting to know each other really, and it was one of those amazing moments when you just walk in and you see someone, you're like, oh, we're gonna get on. So that was really lucky. And I've always looked up to Ellen as well, and also she's so formidable. She's such a fierce energy and always has in all of her performance that I've always admired. So that was already there with the Elizabeth Martha dynamic, because obviously it had to be someone that Martha, was slightly scared of because she's so fierce and also similar to. So that was also wonderful, because Ellen and I, we spent time. We had a sleepover. Ellen calls it a pajama party, which was really nice.
Oh my god,
it's an actual pajama party.
I love that.
Which really helped, because it felt like it would feel if we were mother and daughter. We had dinner, we talked all night, went to bed really late, far too late, got up early, had breakfast. So we became great friends, and that really helped feel like, familial.
As Vanessa said, we got to know each other. We spent 4 days together with Cornell and Kata, and just reading the play and going over it and talking about it. And this character is based a lot on, I don't know if it's Kanta's mother or her grandmother, I'm not sure which, but I had a lot of details about who she was. I had seen Vanessa in the first year of The Crown playing Princess Margaret, and I was very impressed with her.
One of the best performances ever.
Yeah. As soon as she came on, I remember sitting up and going, wow, who's that? I really watched that whole first season of The Crown to see her. And I was not surprised to find out that she was a theater actress, because in my world, that shows.
Okay, the fact that Ellen Burstyn is doing Zoom interviews, anyone can do a Zoom interview now, y'all. She was so fantastic. I will say Pieces of a Woman is now on Netflix. It's a very hard film to watch, but I will say you're watching this film for the amazing performances from Vanessa Kirby and Ellen Burstyn. I absolutely loved their mother and daughter dynamic. And the opening scene, Jen, is literally just a 25 minute long opening scene of Vanessa Kirby's character giving birth and going through labor, and it's a very, very raw way that's been done in a film that hasn't been done in any other films before. So I really appreciated it from that standpoint, and I also just learned a lot about what it was like to give a home birth. So, and like Vanessa was talking about in the interview as well. So I will say my full interview with Vanessa and Ellen is on my YouTube, DC Film Girl. I'm giving Pieces of a Woman a 4 out of 5 stars. Definitely enjoyed the film, but I will say it is a hard film to watch. 4 out of 5 stars on Netflix this weekend.
All right, I think you definitely have to be in a certain mood to watch that movie too. What about Shadow in the Cloud?
Okay, so I wanted to talk about Shadow in the Cloud because my husband Kevin and I rented this movie on Apple TV earlier this weekend. This movie came out January 1st. It's available on video on demand. Chloe Grace Moretz plays a World War II pilot traveling with a top secret package on a flight. She encounters these evil creatures on board and kind of has to tackle them. This is a true popcorn movie flick, okay? There's intense action, there's fight scenes. We literally see Chloe Grace Moretz's character dangling by a thread from the plane. So it's this type of movie, but I will say this is the best type of popcorn movie. It's not that long. It looked gorgeous on our TV downstairs, and the final shot of the film is just really powerful. During the end credit scene, they actually show real footage of a lot of the female pilots that did enlist during World War II. So I actually really thought that was cool. Chloe Grace Moretz leads the film beautifully. I will say it is crazy, unrealistic, totally would never ever happen, but that's the best part of one of these popcorn movies, right? So I'm giving Shadow in the Cloud a 4 out of 5 stars. I actually had a lot of fun with it. I was really, really pleasantly surprised with how much fun I had with it.
You know, and that's the tale of a good movie, when you can watch it and say that was just good old-fashioned fun. And speaking of that, Cobra Kai season 3. We're not talking brain surgery, we're just talking nostalgia and fun.
So it's funny, Jen, because we talked about Cobra Kai season 2 in April 2020. Now season 3 is currently out on Netflix. I haven't seen all of the episodes yet, but from what I get from the trailer, apparently it looks like Ralph Macchio, of course, Danny and William Zabka, Johnny, are going to work together to help these kids somehow. But what intrigues me the most about this season is a clip in the trailer where we see Danny go potentially to find a member of Mr. Miyagi's family. So I'm really intrigued about that storyline. I also really hope that we see Danny and Johnny fight together more, and sort of come together more in a way. So I'm interested to see what we see for season 3 here. What are your thoughts, Jen?
I'm only 2 episodes in, and some of the best scenes are Johnny and Danny together. Those are some of the funniest scenes that you're going to get.
Yes, and I did rewatch The Karate Kid a week ago to prep for Cobra Kai, so I'm going to be doing a Cobra Kai binge during the month of January, I think. I will say I did do my top 10 movies and TV shows on my Instagram. Go there at DC Film Girl and tweet me and message me what you guys are watching and seeing, because it's hard to keep up with everything these days.
Boy, isn't it though. Lauren, thanks so much for joining us. She's known as DC Film Girl on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, and her YouTube. Her website, dcfilmgirl.com.